Hello, cutie pie. So why do coins go up? Why do they go up so much in crypto? And the answer is just adoption. More people in a network. As I always tell you, the community is the asset, not the code. The code is just words and language. Humans don't gather around code. We hold hands and we gather in a community. That's why we move more like a network, Metcalfe's law. If you 5x the user base, you get a parabolic 25x growth in the price. If you do 10x the user base, you get 100x. It doesn't explain it completely, but it kind of describes to you why we move the way we do. And it goes in reverse as well. Okay, so if you lose like half of your user base, you're going to lose like 75% of the price. That's why it's all about the numbers. So, I know these numbers off the top of my head. I'm just going to relay them to you, right? So, rough estimates. So, Bitcoin has like 1 billion addresses now, but they're not all active. There's a lot of spam. They estimate about 40 million people, right? And it worked exactly for Metcalfe's law. I've made beautiful, juicy tweets about it, okay? And we have about 40 million people. So, if you tell me, hey, I think Bitcoin will get to 120 million people. Okay, that is a 3x from here. So that's all you got to do, man. If you 3 times 3 squared, that means you're going to get a 9x price increase. Times, let's say $22,000, you get 200k. Hey, slow down. Are you wearing your slippers? If yes, please continue listening. We are assuming that we know the future. Okay, this is just moon maths. What if Bitcoin doesn't gain one more single person ever again? Well, we go nowhere. That's it. The miners keep dumping, we go nowhere. Okay, so when I do these numbers, they're guesses. We're trying to guess. And unfortunately, we don't have a long enough history to find out who were the best forecasters of this. We're all guessing. I have enough confidence to believe that I know what I'm doing, but I can't guarantee that to you. Okay, like, I'm going to step in the ring and I'm going to fight until my heart stops. That's all I can promise you, okay? And I'm glad, because if there was a long list of people who were doing this, we would be so late it's not funny. The biggest gains are gone, okay? So, yeah, maybe Bitcoin does go to like 200k. Maybe it does go there. Or you say, hey man, what if we, from 40 million, what if we only get to like 80 million people, right? What if we only get 80 million? Well, that's a 2x, right, of your user base. 2 times 2 is 4, right? So what if you only do 4, which is a 300%? That you only get to 90k. Maybe that happens, friends. See, the Bitcoin maxis, they think that they're going to get like 1 billion people. That's why everyone in crypto, so all the Bitcoin maxis, that's why they say, hey, yeah, Bitcoin's definitely going to like 10 million, because we're going to get all that floating US dollar. We're going to get like 1 billion people in, okay? I don't know, man. I don't know. I hope so. But that's where the assumptions come from. Now, this is store of value stuff, right? We're going to use this number for hex later on. So it's really simple. Layer 1 chains I found are different. Layer 1 chains, Ethereum, I'm going to quickly bring this chart up. Ethereum has too many addresses, man. Like, look at this. Ethereum has like 182 million, right? 184 million. It's too many. But the daily active users, I have a chart here for you because we're friends. Do you confirm or deny that we're friends? Double confirmation. You see we have about 400,000, right? It's about 400,000 daily active users. Yeah, towards the beginning of the bull market was 500,000, but it's very interesting to know, right? Ethereum at the very start, I think it was only like 10,000 people in the ICO. And I did Metcalfe's law. I posted it on Twitter and I went through and it gives you roughly the same number. And Metcalfe's law put the price at like 1,100. Okay, but it's a moving target, man. We're forward looking. So no one really believes that Ethereum's never going to have a single person extra to come into the network, right? So you don't want to sell your Ethereum below like $500. Okay, so we're always pricing in the future. So that's why we move the way we do. Now, the ones I know off the top of my head, right? So Ethereum's got 400,000. I think Cardano, right? So ADA had about 50,000. And you can see Cardano, it was the same thing, man. Cardano, Metcalfe's law worked perfectly for it again. Just got to get the right chart. Perfectly again, man. I did Metcalfe's law. It grew the exact same amount. that you're expecting. I've gone through this on my Twitter. It's kind of cool, but the thing with Cardano is Cardano hit, this is the scary part. Based on Cardano's user growth and daily active users, which is like the real users using it, not all the spam addresses, it hit fair value up here and then it dropped like a sack of potatoes, right? That was what hurt me to see because, man, in Bitcoin and Doge and Hex and other coins, they went above fair value and by a lot, right? In 2021, Bitcoin sucked, only went like plus 50%, but everything else went like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6x above fair value euphorically and came back down. But Cardano touched fair value and then dropped. That's what hurts. Because that now means, friends, this is going to get harder over time. That means when we're hitting about fair value for your stuff, you don't have to get everything out. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, shave something off, man, please. Shave off like 10% minimum. Just say, hey, I'm just going to take 10% out. Just leave it on the side. Just in case there's blood, right? And blood doesn't mean 60%, okay? That's not blood. 70% isn't blood. 80% is not blood, friends. You got to get 90% or lower, right? Not all the time, but, start from 80%. So if you take that 10% out of your profits out at fair value, you only buy blood, okay? So also interesting, Metcalfe all worked on Doge. I know these numbers off by heart because obviously I'm dedicated to this 16 hours a day for you, friends. So if you get the full Doge chart, the Doge miracle that existed, okay, let's get the full one. Doge. Doge boy, right? It worked. That was a beautiful part. So Doge had, crazy, I made tweets about this as well, all verified. Doge had about 400,000 wallets. And then it grew to about 4 million. You do, what's 10 times 10? You 10x the user base, you get 100x to grow. Here's about 100x. But look what happened with Doge, right? So fair value seemed to be about 10 to 12 cents. But look, it hit 72, right? So fair value seemed to be about here. And look, it pumped up all the way. Doge Elon Musk. Of course. Welcome to crypto, right? So euphoria. Went like 6x above fair value. Ain't that pretty? That's why I want to have some targets. I mean, anything can happen, friends. Like Cardano. I just showed you Cardano hit its fair value and dropped. That's like Doge hitting 10 cents and then dropping back down below 1 cent. That could have happened. That could have happened, man. That's why there's no formula for these. I promise you, the only way for you to make it is for you to say, I have steel ovaries. I am a strong, independent woman and or / man, and I don't care. I'm holding to 2025, 2026, 2027. I don't care. All right? I'm going to hold until then. That's the only person who really makes it. Everyone else who says sell on a 2x, trading referral link, sign up to my VIP paid premium, buy Bitcoin portfolio. All those people are not going to make it, okay? If you're going to be a not going to make it, then you're not going to make it, right? It's as simple as that. So Doge, Metcalfe all worked on it again. It's freaking nuts, man. It's just freaking nuts. Worked on Bitcoin, worked on Ethereum, worked on Cardano, worked on Doge, okay? Worked on everything. It did work on everything, all right? But there's a lot of spam addresses. You have to do a lot of filtering. So it's not perfect. And I just got to remind you again, okay, please. It describes the movement. It does not forecast, okay? So you don't get 10x the users and the price is horizontal, okay? You do not get that. Instead, they're moving together. It's like as the users are coming in, the price is moving parabolic with it, right? If I just have to explain it, that's what it is, okay? That's what's happening. So see the price is moving up, also the users are moving up, like that, okay? That's what's happening. That's the growth, okay? It just describes what's happening. It doesn't see how they're moving together? They're moving together, okay? It's not telling you, one is in and one is out. It's not, okay? So there's a lot of juicy information you can get from this. It helps you describe. It helps you have diamond hands. That's the main message from this. You need diamond hands. You need conviction. I've got a mental model in here, okay? Because obviously, everybody who tries to do price to earnings models in crypto gets blown to pieces, okay? You lose to the Ponzi's, you lose to the scams, you lose to gaming metaverse, you lose to NFT JPEGs, you lose to Olympus DAO, you lose to ICOs, you lose to dogs, you lose to memes, you lost to SHIB, okay? Metcalfe store worked on SHIB. I've done many Twitter posts about that too. Add that to the list. Okay, friends, it works, okay? Price to earnings model and all this cash flow, biz-baz, jizz-jazz, they don't work on these. We're not stock market boomer companies. We have a new meme. The meme in crypto is the network, all right? Stocks have a meme too. It's called price to earnings, all this cash flow trash, okay? They're all imaginary, part of their imagination. They all think they have I own a company. No, you don't. You own a ticker symbol loosely related to owning your company. You can't change the menu at McDonald's, okay? But stock market boomers haven't figured it out yet. And when they do, they'll come to crypto. And that's the very final blow-off phase, okay? So the fact that they don't know about it means we're still early, friends. So you might ask, okay, what comes next? You know? Well, we're in for a lot of pain, friends. We're in for a lot of pain. So, yeah, users are going to come, but they come in the friend zone, all right? You see this pain? No one wants to get rich. We want to get rich. That's why we're here buying the depression. So, yeah, man, this is what you're in for during the next crypto cycle. 1100 days of pain. Hope and disbelief will rinse the week. And then we'll get optimism, belief through euphoria. That's that green little boxy, okay? It takes 60 days just to start, and then it's all over in the next 90 days. But I say it is worth it and to hodl. And of course it is worth it to hodl because you get parabolic price of growth increase, man. That's why, man, you're not going to get this in stock market boomer land, all right? But just to let you know, this is what we're in for. Look at this, okay? We are in for, don't look at the price patterns specifically, just look at the emotion, okay? Hope, disbelief. Hope 1 month, disbelief. Hope, disbelief. Hope, what's happening? And then optimism, thrill. That's when belief comes in. Everyone's like, oh, this rally is real. We're going back to the high. Okay, now, it was nice for me to fast forward time with my squiggly lines, but we are about here probably. We just had our first disbelief. You know, we just had our first disbelief, turn into hope, now stop, come back, and yeah, get ready for the rinsing machine. Now, I hope that this hope and disbelief rinsing gets people so agitated that they start degenning altcoins and pump us higher. I hope so. Because in the previous cycles, we needed Bitcoin to kind of recover more. So we don't know how this is going to play out, you know? Are people just going to go front run the 2025 cycle and go straight into degen poopies? Maybe 2023, 2024 has that. That's possible, friends. Okay? It is possible. I know you don't want to hear it, but it's possible. The bull market ends in 2024. It is possible, okay? Anything can happen in markets. People are getting smarter. So look, everyone knows, after the Bitcoin halving, there's a big run. So yeah, little Timmy and little Jessica, they know that, wow, three green yearly candles. I got to buy on the second one. They know that. They know that the third green candle of the yearly is the biggest one. So they're going to get smarter. Okay, so we're in the chippity choppity tippity tappity part. What if we get it early, right? What if in our cycle, chippity choppity tippity tappity? What if end of 2024? That's the top. Okay, you got to prepare for this. How do you prepare for this? Watch my videos, man. You go balls deep and ovaries deep in the depression. You just got to get the book price. That's why all these people waiting for the confirmation, friends, they're the suckers. Okay. Actually, I'm going to stop using this word suckers, okay? They're peanut brains who lost their way, okay? We are nice, salty peanuts, yum to eat. They're just the dry ones, you know, too healthy, okay? So they're not as nice to chew on. So we're all peanut brains, but many people don't want to buy in this depression box, all right, of friendship. They want to wait for this confirmation and go, now I'm a believer. Yeah, but friends, what if Bitcoin stops at 90K? What are you going to do there? You bought your Bitcoin, Ethereum, Chainlink, Hex. You bought everything when Bitcoin was 50K. Maybe we're only halfway through the range, and then Bitcoin's going to stop at 80 and crash. What if that happens to you, man? Are you prepared? Because depression buyers are up 5 to 10 to 15x, and you're a confirmation buyer. You're a hope and disbelief buyer. You're not going to get your 10, 15x. And that's trash in crypto. What if you're only up 3? What are you going to do with yourself, man? So, time's running out. Hope you take advantage. Okay? Because I'm not going to be there forever. I will have absolutely no mercy for people who want to be tourists in this. Okay? So, a final cute Metcalfe's law. Adoption phase, right? So, a lot of people say, why did Hex go up so much? Well, look at this. It's simple, man. I've got a post here for you. Okay? You just look at the numbers. In the first 2 years, Hex grew its user base by 18x. Okay? I'm going to quickly stop you and show you. You see down here, you see this little pink part? The total stakers, I think the starting number was about 5,000. I know we can't get it earlier. It's about 5,000. And you go to about day 720. Yeah, you get about 90,000, right? So 5 into 90, it's 18x the user base. So before I even read the tweet out, what's 18 squared? And because you're a super smarty pants, you already knew it was 324x. I knew you knew that. So 324x. So you're going to say to me, hello, my friend Somi, we're going to get the Hex chart out right now and go to day 1 listing. And where was 324x? Okay. Oh, friends, you're going to be very excited. You know, I'm telling you right now. It's absolutely amazing. It's absolutely amazing when it works. Okay, so here's day 1 listing. Right, we're gonna go to 300 and bang, here we go, around here. Isn't that crazy? So it hits, you know, fair value. You gotta give and take a bit, you know, 7 to 10 cents, 8 to 9 cents. Okay, I had 7 here. I think I calculated exactly 7, 8, 9 cents, and look, it went all the way to 50 cents. So yeah, it went above fair value from like 4 to 6x, and then it came all the way back down. Okay, went back down to 1.6 cents. So have a think about that. All right, Metcalfe's law. We grew the user base by 18x. So if you want to know why did Hex pump, right? So really, I'm trimming down the magic. The magic was the tokenomics and the marketing and everything. You know, it's the jizz jest. But we want to put it in something quantifiable that you can wake up every day and go, okay, please explain to me, why did this miracle thing happen? Why did all these people get rich, okay? When you see people out there, maybe you don't think they're the brightest, but they got in early and they made a lot of money. Well, now you know why. They got in when there were 5,000 people. And then in 2 years later, there were 90,000 people. That's it. That is it. Just like there are people who bought SHIB when there were 10,000 people, and then by the end of the year, there was 1.2 million people. Okay, that's it. They were early. EARLY, early. That's why it pumped the way it did. Okay, so you're looking at this and you're thinking, okay, what does that mean for the future? Well, in my nice post, I just speculate, you know, what do you think PulseChain and PulseX can do? Because Hex, you know, in its first 2 years, grew the user base by 18x, right? But maybe people say, hey, we got a better backdrop, man. We had 0% interest rates. We had QE. Yeah, you know, you had Ethereum with the advantage, home advantage, everybody's smart contracts. Maybe, but I wouldn't look too much into it, man. Because you can't control it and I can't either. You just got to stay long. You don't know what's around the corner. Maybe a Bitcoin spot ETF just opens up the floodgates, right? Maybe Ethereum blows the roof off, goes to 20K and just embarrasses everyone and gets more people in. I don't know. You don't know what's going to happen, but I just tell you now, crypto's growing, so you got to be long, right? So if PulseChain and PulseX, right, if they also did 18x, yeah, 18. If they did also 18x, they're going to get the same 324x price increase for Pulse and PulseX, right, from day 1. But, you know, hey, you might say, hey, I think returns are diminishing. I don't think we can do 18x. But now you're in the world of, okay, how much do you want to massage these numbers? Maybe you say, I think we can only do 10x. If you say that to me, well, you get 100x from day 1. But what if you say, hey, man, I think we can only do 4x? That means it's only 16x, right? So it really depends about how bullish you are on the ecosystem. How many people do you think it's going to adopt? It's all about getting in early. We're already in early, okay? The good thing is you haven't missed out. You can still buy Hex and get in early. But I'm telling you now, the time's running out. The door's going to close, okay? I only speak about stuff that's undervalued. Once these things start to hit around mid-fair value and start getting a bit expensive, I'm only going to talk about adoption and general stuff. There's no more, hey man, buy the lifetime, okay? Now you're on your own, all right? I have spoken about this so many times. Why? Because I don't like the people who are against us. I don't like those influencers who chit chat, yip yap, up, down, left, right, pretend like they killed it. They weren't shilling us anything. They weren't promoting at the right times. They come as tourists. They get their shield links. They just blibber blabber and they don't help anybody. Okay? But now you know. All right? Now at least you have a voice here. Me telling you. I'm yelling at you. Buy. Hey, if it goes to 0, we lose together. But this ticks all the boxes, man. Okay? So that's what you got to think about, man. PulseChain. Starting 40,000 people. Okay? Worst case. All right. Worst case 40,000. Let's do the worst case. PulseX starting 140,000 people. Okay. So you just got to think about that. That's 40,000 people and 140,000 people. Let's go back to the big daddies. All right. Bitcoin, friends, 40 million people. Okay. Do you see the problem here? Right? Doge, 4.8 million people. See? More people. You're not as early in them. Okay? Ethereum has 400,000 daily active users, but I think it has like 20 million people, 20 million actual unique people. I think the real number is maybe 10 million or something, right? So let's write that down, like 10 to 12, 15 million. Okay. You see Cardano, I'm going to assume it's just dividing Ethereum by 10. Okay. So I'm going to assume Cardano had like 800K to 1 million people. All right. It's 50,000 daily active users, but that's about, do you see these numbers? Got million and million and million and million. And now I'm here to tell you, right? Hex only has 150,000. PulseChain, 40,000. PulseX, 140,000. We're much earlier there. So, your goal from here, whenever you get in, you always evaluate. How early am I? How fast is this thing growing? Okay, that's why I always say, man, you got to find stuff that's like a religion and a cult. The religions and the cult are going to get everyone in by the neck. Grab them in, all right? Look who they're competing against, man. You're Big Daddy Bitcoin. How's your coin going to compete against Bitcoin and Ethereum with 10 to 15 million people? You need an edge. And you don't have to agree with it. You just got to admit, hey, they're strong. You're going up against an enemy, right? They're not enemies, but you get the point, right? Like if you go on a war, you don't say, oh, I like my enemy. But you do say, okay, they have tanks. They can destroy me. If I let my guard down, they'll do some damage. I can't turn my back on this person, okay? It's the same thing here. Okay, so I know everybody listen to me. You've already dropped your guard and you understand. We're all people, we're all friends, we're all numbers. Metcalfe's law distribution of people. We are going to make it. We are still early. Look, we've done everything we can at this point. If this goes to 0 on us, whatever, man. Whatever. We tried. Sorry, we couldn't go back to 2010 and mine frame Bitcoin, okay? So that's it. So I hope you guys now know we're just numbers on a screen. All right. But, hey, there are more numbers here and here and here and here than the juicy stuff that we're going gig along in. I love you all, friends. Until next time.